everybody, it's Kory. Thanks for joining me. We're going to track the weekly housing stats from last week in just a second here. I want to introduce you to a term. The term is called rate lock-in. Now, let me demonstrate what rate lock-in is by telling you the story. A couple who is towards the end of raising their family, and they want to sell their 10-acre ranch in Athol, which is a half hour away from Coeur d'Alene. They want to sell that ranch and move closer to town, closer to their church family and their friends. They want to sell the 10-acre property, but they have a loan on it. Their loan is a fixed rate mortgage under 4%. By the time they take the equity out of that 10-acre ranch and get a new loan and purchase in town, or remember, they're downsizing. They're buying a smaller home on a smaller piece of property. By the time they purchase that home with the new interest rates that are in the 6.5% to 7% range, they can't afford to move down. The monthly mortgage payment is less for them to stay in their current 10-acre ranch than it is to move into town. They are rate locked in to their 10-acre ranch. The rate lock-in, I argue, is going to impact our market for a long time. Let's say interest rates go up 8 or 9%. Does that change the scenario for the seller with the 10-acre property? It makes it even harder for them to move. They are rate locked in to their fixed under 4% rate. And here's a good stat for you. 70% of all fixed rate mortgages in the United States are under 4%. They are not selling anytime soon, especially if interest rates continue to go up. And you cannot have a housing crash or a housing collapse or even have significant price drops in a housing market without more supply coming onto the market. And you can't have supply come onto the market if sellers are not selling their homes. This is a different time than 2008. In 2008, you had people that had crazy adjustable rate mortgages, owning homes that they shouldn't have owned, became upside down on their mortgages and put their homes on foreclosure. It's different now. These people today have under 4% interest rates and they are comfortable in their homes and they can't afford to move up or down. So because of rate lock-in, don't expect any major shifts in any housing market anytime soon. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the housing market here in North Idaho for last week. Okay, looking at mortgage rates for last week. According to Freddie Mac, you had a 30-year fixed rate mortgage finish the week at 6.5%. That is up 0.18% from the week before, and that is a one-year change from the same time last year by 2.61%. You can see here on the graph that mortgage rates in the last couple weeks are trending up again. All right, let's look at last week's housing stats. We had 98 new listings come onto the market compared to the week before, which had 106. There are actually fewer new homes, new listings coming onto the market compared to last week. Total homes for sale for anyone to look at. Right now, there's 1,107 homes. That is down by 2 homes from the same time last week. And you can see from these two categories, new listings and total homes for sale, we are not seeing inventory rise. Okay, pending sales. There were 82 pending sales put under contract last week compared to the week before. There were 83. That is about the same. Closed sales, 45 homes closed escrow last week. That was down from the week before, which saw 54 homes close escrow. The median price of those 45 homes last week was $510,000. That was up from the week before, which were $448,706. Now let's compare last week with the same week a year ago. You can see here that the new listings a year ago, there were 107 new listings hit the market, and last week there were 98. So we're seeing few homes this time this year compared to last. 8% fewer homes are hitting the market. Total homes for sale last year, there were 519 homes on the market for someone to look at. This year there's 1,107. That is an increase of 113%. But again, I remind you that this 519 total was during the all-time record low year last year for inventory. If we were to look at 2019, the number would show about 1,300 homes for this week in 2019. So we're still below historical averages as far as inventory. Pending sales, a year ago there were 86 pending sales. Last week there were 82. So that's a 5% difference. We actually have 5% fewer homes hitting the market. 5% fewer homes being put into escrow this year compared to last. And closed sales, those were up last year compared to this year. There were 76 last year and 45 this year. That's a difference of 41%. So sales are down 41% year over year. And the median price last year was $487,500. This year it's $510,000. So prices have actually gone up 5% year over year. Breaking down the purchase methods, how were these homes bought last week? Again, 45 homes closed escrow. 23 of those were conventional loans. 12 of them were all cash. That's 27% of the total 45 homes. And I've added a couple categories here based on some requests that I've had from you guys. I added the adjustable rate mortgage, I added seller financing, and I added the 1031 exchange, tax exchange category so we can keep track of those. You can see last week there was only one adjustable rate mortgage, and then there was one FHA, one VA, one seller financing, one 1031 exchange, and 5 unknowns. And they're unknown because they're unknown. They were maybe mismarked when they're categorized or whatever, but the MLS put them as unknown. It could be any one of these categories up here. The total number of sales, again, 45. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. Take care now. Bye.